What is going on, everybody? Tyler here. One thing that I've really missed during this COVID-19 pandemic is movies. I mean, I love movies. I love the action, the adventure, the romance. I mean, who doesn't love movies? It's such a fun escape from reality, and I'm really into them. But we've really been missing out on them over the past 7 months because, well, I mean, you can have movie theaters open during this, but when you look at the calendar of upcoming movies, there's a lot of things coming that I'm pretty excited for. So, without further ado, here's the top 10 upcoming movies that I'm excited for. Number 10 is Soul. And if you don't know what Soul is, it is an upcoming Pixar movie about this guy who plays the piano and he likes music, and then he dies. And then I think it's sort of about like his soul's journey back into his body. Like I think he's trying to like come back to life. I'm not quite sure. The trailer's kind of vague, but it could be an intriguing movie, and it is by the creators of Inside Out, which is my personal favorite Pixar movie. Number 9 is Quiet Place Part 2. Now, this movie should probably be higher on my list, but I still haven't gotten around to seeing the first one yet, so I'm not that excited for it. But I've heard that the first one was really good, and if the second one is anything like the first one, then this movie is going to be great. And I think a lot of people are excited about this one. Number 8 is Jungle Cruise. And Jungle Cruise is going to be a movie that stars Dwayne Johnson and Emily Blunt, and it's going to be a Disney movie, and I think it's sort of based off of their Jungle Cruise ride. Like, not really based off of it because that's just a cruise down the river, but they made it because they have that Jungle Cruise ride at Disneyland. And the story is going to be about like a treasure hunt, and it could be interesting. Some people think it might be kind of like Jumanji, but I'm not really sure what to expect from this, but I think it could be pretty good. Number 7 is Ghostbusters. And the upcoming Ghostbusters movie is going to be about the descendants of the original Ghostbusters. So not those, not the girls that we saw in the previous one, but the original Ghostbusters. It's going to be the descendants of those people. And I think it could be interesting. It could be just okay and more of a money grab, but it could be good, and I'm at least excited for it. I don't have like high hopes, but I think it could be good. Number 6 is Free Guy. And this movie is going to star Ryan Reynolds, and he's going to be a NPC, a non-playable character in a video game. So sort of like a background character that you might see when you're playing a video game. If you've ever played Lego games, like one of those people you just like run over on the street. So it's kind of an interesting concept, and it looks pretty funny. It could be good. I think that I will enjoy this movie, but there's not much that I can say about it right now when it's going to be released in December. Number 5 is Top Gun Maverick. I hadn't seen the Top Gun movie, the original one, until just recently, and I really liked it. And I can now see why a lot of people are excited for this new one because it was pretty good, and I think it could be a nice tying things up at the end where it sort of shows what happens to Maverick after the whole first movie. Number 4 is probably higher on my list than it should be because, I mean, it's not going to be that big of a movie, but it excites me, and that's Justice League, the Snyder Cut. And if you don't know what the Snyder Cut is, that's okay because, I mean, it's kind of a lower off the radar movie, and it's going to be the director of Justice League. He filmed all these other videos for Justice League that weren't put into the movie, and then he watched it and he's like, wait a second, this isn't what I saw this movie as. So he is going to re-edit all the footage, and he's going to make a new Justice League movie. And the other one was just okay. I mean, I enjoyed it, but it was just okay to me. So if this one is better than that one, I mean, that could be really cool. Number 3 is Morbius. And I have some really high hopes for this movie. I mean, it kind of looks like it's going to be a Venom style movie, and I really like that movie. So if this one is anything like that, I think I'm going to enjoy it. And not only that, but if you've seen one of the newest trailers, it has Michael Keaton in it as the Vulture. So, I mean, we could see some tie-ins to the Spider-Verse with Morbius. Number 2 is Wonder Woman 81. and I really liked the first Wonder Woman movie. I mean, it's one of my favorite like new DC movies that they've come out with recently, and I think that the story was really good. And if it's anything like the first one, keep an eye out for this one because I think it's going to be great. Number one is Batman, and let me tell you, I love Batman. I mean, he has a good case for being my favorite superhero. Spider-Man might be a little bit higher, but Batman, he's right there. I loved the Dark Knight trilogy, and I know that this will probably not be as good as the Dark Knight trilogy, but it's exciting because the previous Batman, Ben Affleck, he's an okay Batman, and I think it could be cool to see this new Batman be tied into the DC cinematic extended universe that DC's trying to make right now. And I think that this movie could be really good because I love Batman. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'm definitely not a movie expert, probably like from a scale of 1 to 10, maybe like a 6 or 7, kind of like a little bit more knowledge of a movie than your average person, but not the greatest. But these are what excite me, and I think they excite a lot of other people out there. Let me know in the comment section down below which movie excites you the most, and please subscribe because I know that you're going to want more content like this. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.